Hello, my dear cat lovers. Today, let's talk about taming a cat that lives on the street. There are cases when kind-hearted people want to adopt a cat that has attached itself to their home or is freezing outside. However, they are hesitant because they are unsure if they can adapt it to indoor life. There are numerous rumors circulating on the internet about street cats. For example, that it's difficult or impossible to litter train them, that if they fear humans, they cannot be tamed, and that they will destroy the apartment and yearn for the outdoors because they have already tasted freedom. To be honest, most of these claims have nothing to do with reality. Street cats often adapt easily to litter training, do not mark territory if neutered, and do not insist on going outside. Many are even afraid to step out, avoiding the hardships of their previous life. They also readily adapt to the rules of behavior indoors. However, one aspect needs more attention: the taming of feral cats that don't trust humans. Let's start by understanding who these feral cats are, living near human dwellings but having no desire to associate with people. In conversation, such cats are often called wild cats, but they are not truly wild. Truly wild animals wouldn't live near humans, nor would they accept food from humans, except in extremely rare cases. Think about it. Do lynxes, tigers, or Pallas's cats come to dumpsters or our homes to beg for food? No. We barely see them anywhere, except in the forest with great luck. Certainly, you can tame a wild animal under certain conditions, e.g. critical taming from birth. Yet, such an animal attaches itself to one owner and remains devoted only to them throughout its life. Other people have no such value for it as the one it chose as its owner. The distinction between wild and domesticated is determined genetically, not by where the animal primarily lives: in the forest, on the street, or in an apartment. So, if you keep a lynx at home, it won't become a domesticated animal. Many generations need to be born near humans for the animal to be called domesticated, and this is even reflected in its appearance over time. Feral cats, essentially, are domestic cats as a species. Genetically, they are domesticated. They are simply not socialized and not adapted to life with humans. Such a cat, if successfully socialized or adapted, can eventually become a regular, typical domestic cat that has the ability to form attachments with many people. In other words, if it is adapted through foster care, nothing will prevent it from forming an attachment to a new owner. If a person takes it into their family, the cat will be able to form attachments with all family members. But can all feral cats be adapted? The possibilities of adaptation depend on various factors, but the first and foremost, in my opinion, is the age of the cat. The younger the cat, the easier it is to build trust with humans. For example, kittens under 6 months go through a period called socialization. During this period, they form all their basic knowledge about the surrounding world, distinguishing between friend and foe, understanding what objects are dangerous and which are not. Kittens absorb information much faster during this period than adults, and their frustration is reduced, meaning they get less upset by failures and are less afraid of unfamiliar objects and beings. If you pick up an unsocialized kitten from a feral cat and it's under 6 months old, you have the opportunity to socialize it yourself and achieve that it becomes a 100% domestic cat in a short time. If you're picking up an adult cat over 6 months old, generally, the older it is and the more negative experiences it has had with humans, the harder it will be to adapt it to human interaction. It also matters whether the cat was born on the street to a feral mother or if it was born at home and was once a domestic cat. Often, former domestic cats who spent many years on the street can adapt 100% if returned to indoor living with a bit of work on correcting their behavior. However, cats born to a feral mother who taught them to fear humans with her milk absorb the idea that humans are a threat. If this belief isn't changed by the age of 6 months, achieving 100% adaptation with such adult cats will be challenging. The level of adaptation we can expect at home from a feral cat that doesn't recognize people and is afraid of them is hard to predict just by looking at the cat. Some individuals may become almost like domestic cats, just more timid. For example, they may recognize the owner but panic around strangers. Others may remain invisible cats, hiding under the sofa all day and only coming out to eat if at all. It all depends on how the owner adapts them, and it's crucial to understand that the adaptation of an adult feral cat may take more than 1 month, but often it's worth the effort. Also, if you want to tame a cat, never do it through violence. Although in rare cases, holding the animal forcibly and petting it against its will might work. This may work with small kittens and very young animals, but not always. In most cases, the cat will become even more frightened of you. Taming a cat should be done through proper motivation, provided by food and play, encouraging the cat to take the first step towards you. Then, it will be convinced that it wanted to interact with you on its own, even though you cleverly induced it. In this case, the adaptation will be successful, If you found this video interesting, I would be glad to welcome you among the subscribers of my channel. And of course, I appreciate it if you give it a like. Also, share in the comments if you have tamed cat friends and how you manage to earn their trust.